Mrs. Kramer?
Here.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Here.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Here.
The meeting is now open. Adequate notice of the meeting was provided by posting a copy of the time and place on the municipal clerk's bulletin board and mailing a copy of same to the press, the Herald, and the Gazette Leader on January 4th, 2017. Would everyone please rise to salute the flag?
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The clerk will read the election results from the general election held on November 8th, 2017.
For council, Ray Parzick, 266 votes. For council, Joselyn O. Rich, 216 votes. For council, Karen Lane, 202 votes.
Would Ray Parzick please come forward to be sworn in?
I state your name.
I, Ray Parzick,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of councilperson
perform all the duties of the office of councilperson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. May I?
You may.
Got a chair waiting for you.
Would Jocelyn Rich please come up to be sworn in?
I state your name.
I, Jocelyn Otten Rich,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of councilperson
perform all the duties of a Stone Harbor council member
according to the best of my ability.
according to my best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you so
You're good, Vince. Would Karen Lane please come forward to be sworn in?
I state your name.
I, Karen Martha Lane,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of the office of councilperson
perform all the duties of office of councilperson
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
They're facing the other way.
May I have nominations for President of Council?
I'd like to nominate Karen Lane.
Second?
Are there any other nominations for Council President? Seeing none, may I have a motion to close the nominations?
So moved.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll now have a vote on Councilmember Lane for President of Council. Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzick?
Yes.
Congratulations. Councilmember Karen Lane is hereby declared President of Council for the year 2018. May I have nominations for council representative on the planning board?
Madam Mayor, I offer Charles Kraftcheck for the planning board.
Second.
Are there any other nominations for council representative on planning board? Seeing none, I will close the nominations. May I have a, excuse me?
Vote.
We'll now have a vote on Councilmember Kraftcheck for council representative on planning board.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraftcheck will represent the council on the planning board for year 2018. May I have a motion for Robert's Rules of Order?
Madam Mayor, I move that Robert's Rules of Order shall apply to the governing of the Borough Council of the Borough of Stone Harbor for the year 2018.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? At this time, I'd like to announce my standing committees, non-board appointments, and board appointments for 2018. 2018 standing committees, Administration and Finance, Council members Lane, Gallagher, and Kraftcheck. Councilmember Lane as chair. Beach Recreation and Tourism, Councilmember Mantora Gallagher, chair, with Council members Rich and Kraftcheck. Public Works Committee, Councilmember Joan Kramer, chair, with Council members Lane and Parzak. Public Safety, Councilmember Ray Parzak, chair, along with Council members Rich and Gallagher. Utilities, Councilmember Charles Kraftcheck, chair, along with Council members Lane and Kramer. Natural Resources, Councilmember Jocelyn Rich, chair, along with Council members Kramer and Parzak. May I have a motion to confirm the standing committees?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Non-board appointments for 2018. Can I have a motion to confirm all non-board appointments?
I make that motion, Madam Mayor.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I need a motion to confirm the 2018 board and committee appointments for the Go Green Committee, the Zoning Board of Adjustment, the Planning Board, the Bird Sanctuary Committee, the Rec Advisory Board, the Shade Tree Committee, Museum Liaison, and Chamber of Commerce Liaison. May I have a motion to confirm them?
So moved, Madam Mayor.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We'll now have the hearing of the public. Anyone wishing to address mayor and council may do so at this time by coming forward to the podium, stating your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, will close the public comment. Resolutions 1 through 6.
Madam Mayor, I offer resolutions 1 through 6, establishing the temporary budget, newspapers, meeting dates, dates for parking meters, trash collection schedule, and litter abatement.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Motion for resolutions 7 through 12.
Madam Mayor, I offer motions 7 through 12 for adoption.
Second.
These motions allow for the funding of the Commissioner, Compliance Officer, small contracts, certificate of receipt of materials, utility exceptions, and contracts below the bid limit.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Resolutions 13 through 17.
Madam Mayor, I offer motions, resolutions 13 through 17 for adoption.
Second.
These include funding for the registrar, depositories, tax assessor file appeals, interest on taxes, and transfer 2017 tax to 2018.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Resolutions 18 through 22.
Madam Mayor and Council, I offer resolutions 18 through 22 for adoption.
Second.
These resolutions cover the cash management plan for the borough, the appointment of the borough solicitor, the appointment of bond counsel, the appointment of the borough engineer, and the appointment of 2 alternate borough engineers.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Resolutions 23 through 27.
Yes, I'd like to make a motions for resolutions 23 through 27.
Second.
That's for conflict attorney, public defender, labor counsel, employee benefit consultant, and the borough auditor.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Resolutions 28 through 33.
Madam Mayor, I offer resolutions 28 through 33 for adoption.
Second.
Therefore, the fire company stipend, the Stockton Beach and Lagoon profile, OE&M coordinator, risk management consultant, special consultant, affordable housing, and animal services.
Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Ordinance 1511.
Madam Mayor, I ask that ordinance 1511 be taken up on first reading.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Will the clerk read the title only of ordinance 1511 on first reading?
An ordinance establishing and fixing salary ranges for certain positions within the Borough of Stone Harbor, New Jersey, County of Cape May.
Madam Mayor, I move that ordinance 1511 be passed on first reading, published according to law, that it be taken up on second, third, and final reading, and adoption at a meeting of mayor and council to be held on the 6th day of February, 2018.
Second?
Clerk, call the roll.
Mrs. Kramer?
Yes.
Mrs. Lane?
Yes.
Mrs. Rich?
Yes.
Mrs. Gallagher?
Yes.
Mr. Kraftcheck?
Yes.
Mr. Parzak?
Yes.
Do we have any communications?
No, Mayor.
We'll now go to comments from mayor and council members. Who would like to begin?
I'll start if you don't mind. As we all know, Public Works is the backbone of our community. We cannot thank them enough for keeping our town as pristine, safe, and inviting as they do. From the women in the office, Lisa and Rebecca, to all of our foremen, to every department that keeps everything looking effortless, to all employees that give every day of themselves, we thank you. A special shout out to the director, Grant Russ, our two supervisors, Craig Reeves and Rocky, who without them, this would be a difficult endeavor. Working for the past 8 years as chair of Public Works has been an honor and a privilege, getting to know this whole team of wonderful employees. As senior council person and finishing my last of 9 years, I wish everyone a happy, healthy, and blessed new year, and most of all, that everyone treats each individual with kindness and most of all, respect. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go next.
You would like to go?
Sure.
Okay.
This is just the start of my second year, so I'd like to thank everyone who supported me in the last election. I had no opposition, so I hope that made your decision a lot easier. I look forward to this coming year. We have some big issues to go through with, particularly with sea level rise, the flooding nuisances in our town that we're experiencing more and more. We have a lot of big infrastructure improvements we need to make that are coming up. I think as long as we all work together and move the borough forward and make the town better and more prosperous, it'll be better for all the inhabitants, whether they're full-time, part-time, vacationers, absentee landlords, whatever. So I look forward to working on those things, and I'll make the decisions as best I can for the interests of the town. Thank you.
I'll go. I just want to start by saying it's truly been a pleasure and an honor to serve Stone Harbor in my first year sitting on council. I really look forward, as Ray had mentioned, to working on some really serious issues that we need to address to ensure the safety and longevity of our community. I think it's been a very successful year. I want to thank everyone on council for working together. Although at times we don't always see eye to eye on issues, that's what democracy is all about. And I firmly believe that while we don't always see eye to eye, we work together well, and I think we did a wonderful job together. So thank you all. Thank you to everyone that attends these meetings and takes an interest in what we're doing here. and I look forward to another successful year. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Okay, I dug up a little bit of past, so I'd like to have Karen's permission to repeat it. I agree with what everybody has said tonight, working together with respect, and as we just swore ourselves in with faithfully, impartially, and justly, those are all good words. I found this was something that we sent out back in 2012 when we ran for council, and it was a promise that we made, and it's short and sweet, so hang on. We promised to maintain and keep ourselves grounded in the strength of our true values and create a common vision for Stone Harbor to make it a better place to live for everyone. Most of all, it ensures that we never lose sight of whom we serve and to whom we truly owe allegiance, our friends and our neighbors. I think that we have done that. I think that that is something that I will continue to save and read and read and read. We also promise to keep people informed on issues and major projects. We also promise to practice open and transparent government. We also promise to invite your involvement and points of view and to truly listen to your thoughts and opinions, to include you in important decisions, to represent you, and to continue to deeply respect Stone Harbor's voters, taxpayers, and business owners. So I'm going for that again. We can do it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Part of what Josie just said was accomplished, and I would like to speak to two of the accomplishments in 2017 of which I am most proud. They share a special place in my heart, and number one is our library. And after all the delays and frustrations and the angry feelings, our library was built in the most appropriate site. It's an icon that you see as you come over the bridge into our town. It's an anchor to our shopping and restaurant district. And we all remember the naysayers and the spouters who told us libraries were irrelevant. Nobody uses them today in this digital age. So I'd just like to share a few numbers with you that reflect just how relevant our library is in this digital age. 37,398 people used our library in its first year of operation. Remember, we have a population of around 860. 20,000 of that number visited in the summer, so close to 18,000 visited in the off-season. 1,230 new library cards were issued, and 3,500 people participated in the various programs offered. 12,470 used the Wi-Fi and internet services. So yes, people are really using our library, but more important, it's bringing people into our town. And it's keeping them here where they shop and they use our restaurants. So kudos to Josie Rich and her design team, and to the team of volunteers on my program committee who, through the transparency and the involvement we talked about, were able to help bring this about. And a big thank you to the county for finally building us a library we can use and be proud of. And secondly, I'm proud to announce that our Go Green Community Committee not only achieved bronze certification from Sustainable Jersey for the second time, but has also just qualified for silver certification. There are only 3 towns in Cape May County who have achieved this: Cape May City and Ocean City. And we are one of only 49 in the entire state who have achieved this. So we'll receive our plaque in November, and many thanks to Kim Stevenson, who did the majority of the work for this achievement. She persevered, and she pushed, and she got us there. But last, but certainly not least, is my heartfelt thanks to you for entrusting me once again with the responsibilities of this office. I am looking forward to another year of challenges and accomplishments, and I appreciate all the help and the backup, not only from council, but from our administrator and our CFO, because their help is invaluable. And thank you also to my patient and understanding husband, who never complains about the numerous meetings and phone calls. And a special thank you to my sisters, who drove some distance just to be with me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. a couple weeks ago, I had the opportunity to attend the safety breakfast. And at that breakfast, I had the privilege of being able to address the employees of the borough. While we are the stewards of the taxpayers and we are the ones who oversee all of the big decisions, it is they who are the cogs in the wheel. They're the ones who do the day-to-day work, and they're the ones to whom we're most grateful. Stone Harbor is a place, as you all know, that is a mecca for families with their children. And the reason that it has become such a family-known place is because of the safety. And that's what I addressed when I spoke to the people at the safety committee. Every one of the people who works here makes it safe for all of us and for all of our visitors. Our police chief and his staff are constantly on the road, putting on thousands of miles per month in our 40 blocks. And I'm always proud to say that every 5 cars that go by, in those 5, there's going to be a police car. It's our public works people who keep it clean, who keep it neat, who keep it pleasing to the eye. But not only that, they keep it safe. All of our employees whom you meet when you come into Borough Hall greet you with a smile, and they welcome you in such a way that you want to come back. Whether you're paying your taxes or buying a beach tag, they make it pleasant for you. We're fortunate to have a small little cadre of people who work here for the borough, but they all work with one goal in mind, and that is to keep Stone Harbor the community that it is. And it is with that, for that reason, that when I have the opportunity to speak to residents or to employees, it makes my heart swell with pride to be part of this organization. And I thank you for entrusting me with that privilege.
Thank you. No, it's me. Everybody's done. Okay. First, congratulations, Councilman Parzik, on winning his first election to Borough Council. And from what I've seen working with you this year and getting to know you both as a councilman and as a person, I truly believe we made the right decision, putting you in the unexpired term in January and filling the seat. I've enjoyed working with you this year. And you get to run again next year. So that's exciting. And get back on the proper cycle, so it never ends. But congratulations. And congratulations to Josie on beginning her 3rd term on council, and congratulations to Karen for beginning her 3rd term on council, as well as her 3rd consecutive year serving as council president. Huge thank you to the men and women who make up the workforce of the borough of Stone Harbor. Mantor is right on point there. Your day-to-day commitment to this town and the job you do is very much appreciated. We up here, we're the face of Stone Harbor, but the employees are the true backbone of the community and taking care of the day-to-day operations. And just a special thank you to all of the employees who helped me get through this first year as mayor. Everything that you did to help me with this transition, I thank you for. Special thanks to all of our first responders, our EMTs, our firefighters, our police officers. Chief Shutta, congratulations on your freshman years under your belt. Nice work. So what a difference a year makes. Looking out here today versus last year, I'm sure most of you guys were here last year, so what a difference a year makes. This is day 365 I've served as mayor. And I must say I have newfound respect for my predecessor, the former mayor Suzanne Walters, and for every former mayor of Stone Harbor. I've walked a mile in their moccasins now, and I'm here to tell you it was quite a while. Was it a difficult year? Absolutely. It was a difficult year. Would I do it all over again? Absolutely. Would Doug do it all over again? I'm not so sure. You can ask him that. This job, for that matter, any job as an elected official, it's not an easy one. Finding common ground and consensus is not easy, no matter who the group of people are, no matter what makes up that group of people. And you just think about it, as clearly as you see something, the person sitting next to you, that man or woman sees it completely differently. And sometimes that man or woman even lives in your own house. So building consensus is not easy. Listening is easier. We just need to listen. And as you look at this group sitting up here with me today, there's no surprise that any one of these people ran for office. Everybody up here has a history of community involvement and volunteerism. All answered a call to serve the people of Stone Harbor in more capacity than one, and now find themselves here, part of this governing body. Everybody here, everybody up here put their neck out and ran for office. It's not an easy thing to do. Everybody up here with me deserves to be up here. I firmly believe we all ran for office for the same reason. We love this town, and we want to be a part of it moving forward into the future while preserving the character of the present. In 2018, let's just always remember, let's embrace our similarities before our differences, and let's just work together. I'd like to take a moment to thank my husband, Doug, for his unyielding support, his broad shoulders, and his unending patience. Just think about dealing with me 24/7. So, just in closing, best of health and happiness to all of you in 2018, and Happy New Year. Good luck to all of us. So, we will have the second hearing of the public. Anyone wishing to address mayor and council may do so at this time by approaching the podium and stating your name and address for the record. Seeing no one, I'll close public comment. May I have a motion to pay the bills?
Madam Mayor, I move that all bills be paid. We authorize the CFO to pay the bills as long as the vouchers are properly endorsed and the funds are available.
All those in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. How many minutes?